what I want some clarity on is I'm kind of scared of specificity. Like, I'm scared of being specific about what I want out of fear that, well, the more specific I want, the more resistance I'll put in, maybe, kind of like...
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
If you're scared, what kind of things do you think you're putting in your bag anyway?
Okay, let's see where this is starting.
Here's the thing that we would like you to consider. The law of attraction is really responsible for how general or specific you are. Let's say you've been ragging on something that you don't want, and you've been thinking about it, and you've been remembering it from before, and the people around you are talking about it too. And the more you focus there, the more specific you are able to become, because the law of attraction is gathering up more of the details that is making you just a brilliant genius person about this subject of things you don't want. So rather than blaming yourself for being specific, let's give the credit or blame, however you want to call it, to the law of attraction, who is responding to your vibrational output. So if you can just decide that you just want to feel good, and that you're going to reach for more things that do feel good, the specifics will take care of themselves. The more attention you give to any subject, the more attraction power it has. And the more attraction power it has, then the more details it brings to you about that. Specificity is a wonderful thing because you are fascinated with things. And so when you get on a vibrational rant about something, and it's one that feels good, that your inner being has already gathered up a whole bunch of cooperative components, those are the specifics that you now have access to. So you're not out there as a specific finder. You are a specific attractor based upon a decision to feel good, and looking for things that do feel good as best you can, as much as you can.
How do I apply that to, like, jobs?
Talk to us a little more fully.
Okay, so I have an education, formal education, but my resume kind of sucks. And I'm at a point where...
Now listen to those marbles. Clink, 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 clink. I'm not good at this, and yet I'm going after it. Take a nap. My resume sucks. Tear it up.
But because I'm realizing, like, little by little, the things I do want to do when it comes to work, just for the sake of paying bills, right?
Have you ever been here before?
I have.
Have you ever heard anything that we've ever said?
Yes.
Do you know about the law of attraction?
Yeah. But this topic.
Do you know about focusing?
Yes.
Do you know that there are wonderful things, work-related, abundance-related, in your vortex that you are depriving yourself of with almost every word you're speaking right now, because you're talking in opposition to your vortex? Now, how did the marbles get into your vortex? Do you have a job right now?
Yes.
What is it that you hate about it?
I guess it's not like a glamorous type of job that, that I can be like, oh yeah, I do this, and feel kind of
proud.
proud.
And it's all about what other people think, yeah?
Yes, it has to do with that. I'm not going to lie. I have to be honest about it.
Well, you don't have to be honest. The law of attraction just makes you be honest.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to tell us you're honest, because the law of attraction will not let you attract apart from how you feel. So sometimes it helps to acknowledge that that's how you feel so that you can deliberately choose. But what are the most important components of work?
Getting paid well, feeling good in the job.
Getting paid well, that's satisfying. Feeling good. Why would you feel good?
Support, having a supportive team.
Well, you have a supportive universe,
okay,
and you have marbles that are attracting, and nobody can support you around your marbles. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, we wouldn't be looking for that flimsy, fickle human support. We'd be looking for the energy and the clarity and the empowerment that the universe brings to you, and we'd stop worrying about what those who have nothing to do with your thriving, and we would start focusing on what has everything to do with your thriving, which is your way of looking at things the way your inner being does. So if your inner being were telling the story about this job search, what do you think that story would sound like? We're going to tell you. It would sound like this. This is a really good guy who's lived a lot of life and put a lot of marbles over here in our bag. And we've been focusing on it, and there are a whole lot of cooperative components that have been gathered. And this is a wow sort of scenario that if he would just chill and stop complaining about what he thinks is and let what really is flow to him, a whole lot of in the moment epiphanies would be happening to him, and he'd be having a whole bunch more fun. So we think that you started out with the perfect question or the perfect statement. You said you're fearful of your specificity.
Yeah.
Because the specifics of what are coming to you, every one of them, you have considered and evaluated and sifted through and formed a I don't want, I do want, I don't want, I do want, I don't want, I do want. And even when, especially when, always when you know what you do not want specifically, you also, at some level of your being, know what you do want specifically. And so this is the thing that we so want you to feel, is that life is really serving you, and everything that you've worked at has served you, and the good days have served you, and the not so good days have served you, and the people you like to work with are serving you, and the people that you really wish you never had to see again are serving you. Aha. What is over here in this vortex? You have a point of attraction, and it's attracting even every thought. It attracted every idea that you presented to us just now, because you're sort of down on where you are and wanting it to be better, but you can't get to a better place when you feel like that. Well, that doesn't seem right, does it? Oh, so here I am. I don't have enough money. And I'm stuck here. No, you're not stuck there. Just stop beating the drum of it. Just stop activating. Just stop sending out a vibration about it that's just bringing more back and more back and more back and more back and more back. Look for things deliberately where you are.
And talk about those things more.
It doesn't matter if you talk about them or not, but you want to focus on them. Years ago, we offered a process called My Book of Positive Aspects, where you take a page, and it can be a person, it can be an experience, it can be a job, it can be anything, and just take your best shot at writing the positive aspects. Because when you look for aspects that feel good to you, you're sharpening up your bag of marbles. And when you do that, the law of attraction will not let you down, and you will have a conscious awareness that you just did that. It in my bag on purpose, and almost as soon as I turn around, something reflects that. And when I'm aware of it, I'm empowered. But if you're just running around talking about things you want and things you don't want and how things are and how you'd like things to be, then you've just got such a mixed bag going on that it feels like it's chance, or it feels like somebody else is doing it, when nobody else is doing it. Not ever. It's all 100% you, 100% you.
This is just, it's one of those topics that just feels like almost impossible for me. And I hate it. I don't even like talking about it because of it. But I brought it here because I know Abraham will have, I don't know what I'm doing then.
Yes, you do. Stop it.
Okay, I do.
You know exactly what to do. What kind of marbles do you want to put in your bag? Don't you want your marbles that are in this bag to match up the marbles that are in that bag? What do you think's in that bag? What do you think your inner being is focused on your behalf? Because it only collected the good stuff. It didn't collect any of that stuff that you just spewed. What's in there? More money, more opportunity, more rendezvousing with more people, more ideas exploding into the room, more fun every day, more free time, more time to do what you really want to do, more freedom to choose your projects.